Borderlands is a series well known for its amazing gun diversity, skill trees, and boss fights, but it's also had a lot of notoriously annoying enemies over the years, and these are my top 10 most annoying enemies in Borderlands history. Kicking us off at number 10 is our first of several Borderlands 4 entries, the Oppressor. We all know that flying enemies suck in general, but what makes this guy earn his spot on this list is that he flies around immune for 10 seconds at the start of the fight, then he drops bombs all over the place, then when you finally kill him, which let's be honest is the easy part, he will almost always chuck all of his loot all over the place or out of the arena. You know, like he did to me when he finally dropped me the Phosphine version of Asher's Rise. Yeah, not salty about that at all. Moving up a spot from the last time I did this list is Evil Lilith from Borderlands 3. The first time I dove into the 4th DLC of Borderlands 3, I was excited to learn that I was going to get to fight evil versions of Borderlands 1 characters. Rick and Morty were tough, but nothing could prepare me for Evil Lilith. So let's go over the things that make this fight so annoying. Unskippable immunity phase, check. Flying with unpredictable movement, check. Bullshit attacks that can kill you while she's immune, check. There are a couple of good reasons to suffer this annoyance, however. Number one, she has some amazing drops. The Bloodstarved Beast is one of my favorite SMGs in Borderlands history. The Prompt Critical is an amazing Torgue pistol, and the Muse class mod is great for a melee Amara build. But since she has 3 different dedicated drops, all with a 10% drop chance, getting the one that you want with the roll that you want means that you're going to spend a lot of time waiting on her immunity phase. At number 8, Max Atrillion from Borderlands 3. Max is based on a character from an old Disney movie that I loved as a kid called Black Hole. The character that he is named for gave me nightmares as a child, and now he gives me nightmares as an adult. First off, there's no reason to farm this guy. He drops the Horizon shotgun, which I'm guessing almost everybody watching this video has never even heard of, and for good reason. He also drops the ASMD sniper rifle, which again, I'm guessing most of you guys never even use, but it gets even better because not only does he have 2 dedicated drops, he has 3, because this dude also has a shield that's coded in the game files as a legendary, but it's actually a unique blue shield, the Revengeinator. And if you're thinking, oh, that's a shield that nobody ever uses, you'd be right. So to get one of these 3 amazingly bad drops, you're going to need to kill Max. But that's where the real annoyance comes in. Max, you see, deflects bullets. His spinning blade arms act like reflex shields and allow almost nothing through. Your best bet for killing him is grenades, and as a Zane main, I have no clue what those are. Up next at number 7 is Clark the Combusted Crypt Keeper from Borderlands 2. Finding a complex Easter egg or hidden area or boss in a video game is fun as hell. Slowly solving each step, unlocking the puzzle, and then the moment when it all comes together and you get to fight a big boss. Surely this dude is going to have an amazing drop. Oh, a Pyrophobia. That only has 2 other dedicated drop sources already in the game. Great. So yeah, Gearbox made Clark the Combusted Crypt Keeper a hidden boss that you have to do multiple steps in order to get him to spawn, only to have a 1 in 3 chance for him to drop one of the worst launchers in Borderlands 2. Not only that, but anytime you want to respawn Clark, you have to do all of those steps again. It's absolutely 100% not worth it. At number 6 is Jackenstein from Borderlands 2. Now imagine a boss that requires you to run across a huge map to get to him. He drops a gun that's pretty much useless at endgame. Then that boss resists all elemental damage, including the explosive damage from your Unkempt Herald. He also has a seemingly unavoidable charge attack. So you shoot the capacitors on his back, and suddenly he jumps up onto a ledge and enters invincibility mode. Yeah, Evil Lilith isn't looking so bad now all of a sudden, because this guy does this twice before you can kill him. And once you bust both capacitors and get Jackenstein to come back down from his ledge, he will briefly give you a look at his crit spot, which if you miss will reflect your bullets back at you. To top things off, if you make the mistake of going up the ramp after killing him, thinking you're going to get back into the treasure room, bad news. Not only can you not refarm the treasure room, but you just locked yourself into this room and you have to fast travel all the way back to the start of the map and run all the way back over to him if you want to farm him again. Don't bother. At number 5, Anointed Militants in Borderlands 3. The most annoying enemy in all of Borderlands 3, in my opinion, is Anointed Militants. They're tanky purple bastards that love to protect all the other enemies on the screen by teleporting between you and them with a reflex shield, ruining your life instantly. And did I mention that they can randomly set the entire world on fire, including wherever you think that you can run to be in safety? No, you're just gonna die. These guys are mind-numbingly annoying, especially if you're doing a clone Zane and clone thinks that the shield shield is a beautiful target to aim at. At number 4, bio-armored enemies in Borderlands 4. Not just the bosses with bio-armor, but they're the worst offenders, obviously, but all bio-armored enemies. These enemies require you to first hit them with a container to rip their bio-armor. Those containers spawn on a timer, so you can't just constantly grab one and have it ready. Also, playing co-op doesn't help since only one container can spawn from the machine at a time, so if I'm holding one, waiting for my chance to hit this guy, my teammate can't grab another one to be ready for when I invariably miss my throw. It's like Gearbox had a meeting where they were like, alright, what's everything that players hate? Immune phases? Check. Slag or slag-like mechanics so that you can actually do damage to enemies? Check. Making players wait to do damage? Check. Yeah, bio-armored enemies suck. Big shout out to Bio Thresher Omega for being the absolute worst offender of the bunch, since in addition to having the bio armor, he can also go underground like Terramorphous while you go watch TV or something. At number 3, Badassosaurus Rex from Borderlands 2. So far, we've dealt with enemies that move in strange ways, reflect bullets, have ridiculous health, and have unavoidable attacks. What if there was an enemy that had all of those things combined? Wouldn't that be an awesome boss fight? Well, let me introduce you to Badassosaurus, the final story boss from the second DLC for Borderlands 2, the badass creator of Badassitude. Badassosaurus reflects bullet damage, launches nukes that home in on you, spins and sets the arena on fire, and has little barrels on him that you have to shoot in order to do damage. Clearly, whoever the dev was behind this monstrosity had had enough of our shit. But good news, you can cheese this guy by starting the fight and then hiding outside of his arena, occasionally peeking in to do some damage. At least defeating him, you can occasionally get the slow hand shotgun, which isn't too bad, I guess. There's a new number 2 in town. Previously, I had listed EOS from Borderlands the pre-sequel in this spot, but I'm relegating him to the honorable mentions list since most of you have never touched the pre-sequel, or if you have, it's probably been a decade, so there's really no need for me to remind you how bad he sucks. Instead, let me introduce you to Shadowpelt. This Borderlands 4 enemy has it all. Invisibility for about 99% of the fight, constant jumping, area of effect damage attacks that you can't see coming because, well, he's still invisible. And since he's almost always invisible, your tracking items like homing grenades, TDORs with homing, and your pets, clones, and weapons that work independently can't attack him since he's just not there from their point of view. He also does this fun thing where he likes to get directly in your face while you can't see him, which is super fun if you're using splash weapons. Oh, another fun aspect, if you don't kill him fast enough, he'll give himself his full shield again. So have fun trying to find him to rip that shield a second time, I guess. Honorable mentions: rabid stalkers from Borderlands 2, crystal skeletons, Hatteracks, basically every enemy in the Hammerlock Hunt DLC, most of the enemies from the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep DLC, Steel Trap from Borderlands 1, EOS from Borderlands the pre-sequel, Defiler zombies from Borderlands 1, and then we got Rock and Rolla, Vile enemies, and the Divisioner from Borderlands 4. Still remaining at the top of the list for the most annoying enemies in Borderlands history, and this guy I don't think can ever be dethroned, is Master G from Borderlands 2. This was an easy pick. For anybody that's ever done this fight, you know why. Not only can you not use your weapons and gear to kill G, but corrosive resistance shields don't even work on the corrosion in his arena. You have to kill his worms and then trick him into running through their corrosion in order to slowly, over the course of what feels like hours, drain his ridiculous shield. If for some reason you fail to get him to absorb one of these puddles, the arena will begin to fill with corrosion, which ultimately becomes unavoidable and will kill you. Add to that G is such a boring ass boss. He runs slower than any NPC on an escort quest in the history of video games, and G drops absolutely nothing of value. Nothing. Just absolute garbage boss, garbage loot, garbage mechanics. Just know, never again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe for more, tap the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Let me know in the comment section below, what is the most annoying enemy in your opinion in the history of Borderlands? Thank you guys for watching. Take care.